The St Swithin's Way, 40 miles from Winchester to Farnham in 2 days in May 2022. A delightful 40-mile romp over 2 days through the Hampshire countryside and part of Surrey from Winchester to Farnham. The St Swithin's Way is named after the saint with the same name, who was an Anglo-Saxon bishop of Winchester during the 9th century. According to tradition, if it rains on his feast day of the 15th of July, it will continue to rain for a further 40 days. The St Swithin's Way is also the first section of the legendary Pilgrim's Way, which runs from Winchester to Dover. As soon as I reached Farnham, I returned to Canterbury to complete my North Downs Way adventure with a 24-mile canter, almost a marathon, all the way to Dover. Winchester, with its shrine to St Swithin and the tomb of Alfred the Great, was originally the principal place of pilgrimage in England. However, the shrine of Thomas à Becket in Canterbury Cathedral became a focus for pilgrims all over Europe following his assassination in 1170, with the Pilgrim's Way between Winchester and Canterbury becoming one of the most important pilgrimage trails in Europe. Day 1. 22 miles from Winchester to 4 Marks. Leaving Winchester Cathedral at 6:30 in the morning, all fueled up on coffee and ready to go. Leaving Winchester through the Winnell Moors Nature Reserve along the River Itchen. An entertaining sculpture on the trail. This walk was all about charming cottages, bucolic countryside, and churches. Here is one example of a charming thatched cottage in Kingsworthy, just outside Winchester. St Mary's Church, Kingsworthy, the first of many lovely Norman churches. Most of them provide a stamp, so that pilgrims can stamp their pilgrim's passport as they travel through on their way to Canterbury. St Swithin's Church, Martyr Worthy. Wisteria, hanging over the trail on my approach to Martyr Worthy. Another charming cottage in Martyr Worthy. The River Itchen at Martyr Worthy. Pilgrim's Way information in Martyr Worthy. St John's Church, Itchen Abbas. The Bush Inn at Ovington. St Peter's Church, Ovington. Inside St Peter's Church, Ovington. New Alresford Station on the Watercress Line, a heritage steam railway which runs between New Alresford and Alton. Medstead and 4 Marks Station on the Watercress Line, at the end of my very long 22-mile day. The walk should have been 17 miles, but I kept doing little detours to see interesting stuff. Day 2, 4 Marks to Farnham, 18 miles. I passed Jane Austen's house in Chawton about 4 miles after the start of my day. Jane Austen's home in Chawton, which is now a museum. This is where the author lived during the last 8 years of her life, from 1809 to 1817. Cat roof decor in Swithun. The old watercress beds just outside Alton, which went out of use about 70 years ago. Church of the Holy Rood, Holybourne. St Mary's Church, Bentley. And again St Mary's Church, Bentley. I walked past a workshop in Upper Froyle which renovates Austin Healey cars. One was out on a test run just as I was walking past. Dragon Gate Post Topper between Upper Froyle and Farnham. End of the trail after 18 miles in Farnham, where the North Downs Way begins. Lessons learnt. I discovered that I really like Winchester. The start of this trail heralded my 4th visit to Britain's ancient capital, which has been inhabited since prehistoric times and is steeped in history. Unlike many other cities, it has a wonderful, gentle vibe, and I always feel happy when I'm there. It is probably no coincidence that several important long-distance trails all converge on Winchester. In other words, the South Downs Way, Winchester to Folkestone, the Pilgrims Trail, Winchester to Portsmouth, the Clarendon Way, Winchester to Salisbury, and the St Swithun's Way, Winchester to Farnham. See my separate videos for accounts for each of these trails. If I had to live in a city, Winchester would be my choice. Sleeping on a hard floor is much better than trying to sleep on a cheap airbed. My trail logistics are always complicated, and I enjoy planning them almost as much as I enjoy walking them. I opted to walk the St Swithun's Way over 2 fairly long days rather than 3 shorter ones, and stay at my husband's flat in Basingstoke at the end of day 1, after badgering him to pick me up and then return me to the trail the following morning. Since he only has a very small flat there and space is at a premium, I took an airbed with me so that I could camp out on his floor. Now, I'm sure that there are probably perfectly good airbeds out there and that people can get a good night's sleep on them, but this one was a disaster because it felt like I was pitching and yawing on tempestuous seas, and it started leaking. So I pulled the plug and eventually got a good night's sleep by stretching out on the hard floor. Pilgrims come in all guises. I have now walked quite a few of Britain's pilgrim trails, and the people I meet who are undertaking similar journeys come from all walks of life and are journeying for a whole host of different reasons. Each person has a tale to tell, just like the characters in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales.